So hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you all? So guys, we are back with the session where we are discussing the important 15 questions of the science part. So what is the first question of the day? The first question here is, oh, so that's not clearly visible, right? Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll just read out this question. The question is, according to the Rayleigh scattering law, why does daytime sky appear blue to an observer on the Earth? So what do you think? What should be the answer for the same? So why does the sky appear blue in the daytime? So what is the logic behind it? Because as we know, there are total 7 different colors, right? So if I'll talk about Vibgyor, so violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. In the red color, we have the maximum wavelength, but the blue color is the one with the least wavelength, right? So now, in this case, we can actually say that the amount of scattering is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the wavelength, right? And one more thing, since we are talking about Vibgyor, in the case of Vibgyor, red color has the maximum wavelength and violet color has the minimum wavelength. So that's actually violet, indigo, blue, where we have the least wavelength and amount of scattering is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the wavelength. So we can actually link it with this part. So what is the answer? In this case, the correct answer is going to be your option number B. Fine. Next, so more about the explanation. So yes, we have already discussed about that law. So gas molecules, that is nitrogen, oxygen in the upper atmosphere, scatter blue light in all the directions. And during the sunrise or sunset, the color of the sun is actually orangish in color. What's the next one? The next question is, according to Kepler's second law of planetary motion, that is law of equal areas, what fundamental physical quantity remains strictly conserved during an elliptical orbit? So you have 4 options. Tell me what should be the correct answer. Is it angular momentum of the planet? Is it linear velocity of the planet? Is it total mechanical kinetic energy alone? Or is it gravitational acceleration constant? So what should be the answer? So in this case, please remember, since we're talking about the planetary motions, so guys, Kepler's laws are actually 3. The first one states that all the planets actually move in an elliptical path where sun is present at one of its foci. Second law states that in the equal intervals of time, these planets sweep equal area. And the third law is stating that the time period square is proportional to the cube of time major axis. So in this case, we'll just check these options. So in the second law, which fundamental physical quantity remains strictly conserved during an elliptical orbit? So guys, that's the angular momentum of the planet. And that's why we can say that option number A is the correct answer. What about next? The next question is here. Which electromagnetic wave possesses, okay, yeah, so please tell which electromagnetic waves possesses the highest frequency, maximum photon energy, and the greatest penetrating power in the electromagnetic spectrum? So what should be the answer according to you people? What do you think? So will it be microwave, ultraviolet rays, gamma rays, or infrared radiation? So which electromagnetic wave possesses the highest frequency? So guys, for this case, again, just like Vibgyor, we can just write like this: G X U V I M R. Again, where do we have the maximum wavelength? So maximum wavelength is of the radio waves. Radio waves possess the maximum wavelength, right? And if someone asks you about the highest frequency, so that would be of gamma rays. So here, gamma rays, that is option number C is the correct answer. So we'll go with option number C. Okay, more about it. So in the electromagnetic radiation, with the shortest wavelength and the highest frequency, that's the gamma ray only, right? And which has the highest wavelength? So highest wavelength is for radio waves. Okay, next, which fundamental law states that an induced electromotive force in a closed circuit is directly proportional to the time rate of change of magnetic flux? So you have 4 options here. What do you think should be the correct answer? So guys, if I talk about Coulomb's law, so Coulomb's law is related with the charges, right? So it said that force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, where F is equal to Q1 Q2 upon R square, it's k q1 q2 upon r square, where k is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space, right? So it cannot be option number A. Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR, it doesn't make any sense. And here the correct answer is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So whenever magnetic flux passes through a closed loop changes and EMF is induced, so we are talking about the induced current over there. Okay, so here that's the formula. So primary working principle behind electric power generators, transformers and induction cooktops. Acha, one more thing guys, if you're preparing for the RRBJ, because we have the candidates here for who are preparing for CGL, who are preparing for ALP, who are even preparing for JE. So RRBJ's notification is out yesterday, right? Yesterday night it was out. So you can just check if you have done BTech from civil, mechanical, electrical, computer science, EC, you all are applicable for that, right? So yes, you can apply for RBJ if you have done BTech or diploma from these particular branches which I've already told. So you can apply a form over there. And guys, if you wanna give the test topic wise, so for that we have also have an option. So what you can do, you can just go to the Oliveboard's website. When you type there, click on the first link, and here 60% off is going on all the live courses, videos, live practice sessions, class notes for revision, tests with AI. So yes, you can use the code Independence Day ID for the maximum discount. And yes, whatever you're preparing for, you can just click here. Let's say you're preparing for CGL, so SSC. Now here you will find all the things that are related with the SSC. So CGL 2027 courses, everything is mentioned here. Now guys, if you want to give the test, so you can go with SSC Super Practice. Here, that's the toolkit with 1000 plus tests. When you tap over here, you can even give topic wise tests. For example, in the quant, decimal fractions, factors, multiples, etc. Then in the reasoning, you have analogy, similarities, and all. In English, grammar, then the tenses, then phrasal verbs. Similarly, general awareness, polity, history, economy, and similar thing is with computer knowledge. So you can even give topic wise test. And yes, click here and you can start giving the test, right? So this was the important thing. And since the sale is going on, so yes, that's the Freedom Fest. So here in 2025, Dhruv Rana got AIR1. In 2024, Shom Agrawal was there with AIR1, and in 23, Harsh Verma was with AIR1. Now I want in 26, you must be there with the AIR1. Okay, so now what's the question here? The question is, which phenomena describes the complete expulsion of magnetic flux lines from the interior of a material when it transitions into a superconducting state? So your four options, tell me which one will be the correct answer. Will it be Seebeck effect? No, we have already discussed about the Seebeck effect in the last class. Will it be Tyndall effect? Again, no. So here the correct answer is Meissner's effect. So what is Meissner effect? So below a critical temperature, a superconductor expels all the internal magnetic field lines. That's what Meissner effect is. And here it forms the physical basis for magnetic leviation, that is maglev trains. You might have seen the trains of Japan where there's the leviation in the train. They are made up of magnet obviously, so they are not attached with the tracks, they are actually lifted over there. So it's talking about that. And MRI, superconducting magnets. What's the next question? The next one is, which metallurgical process involves coating iron or steel objects with a thin protective layer of molten zinc to prevent atmospheric corrosion? So is it galvanization, vulcanization, anodizing, or electrolytic refining? Now guys, in the case of galvanization, if I talk about iron, so iron gets corroded. Rusting is there. So in order to prevent the rusting, we can go for oiling, we can go for greasing, but there's one more concept. You can just apply zinc coating over there, right? And that process is known as galvanization. So here, galvanization is the correct answer. What about other options? In the case of vulcanization, natural rubber is not of that much use. So for making the synthetic rubber, we use the process that is vulcanization, in which we use sulfur. Then we have anodizing, that's basically for the aluminium, right? Okay, so that's done. So galvanization is the process of applying a zinc coating to a iron or steel to protect against rusting. And here it forms a protective basic zinc carbonate film upon the atmospheric exposure. So it keeps your steel or iron safe and sound. That's it. What about next question? The next question is here. What characteristic brown colored gas is evolved when solid lead nitrate powder is strongly heated in a dry test tube. So is it nitrous oxide? Is it nitric oxide? Is it nitrogen dioxide? Or is it dinitrogen pentaoxide? You have 5 options. Tell me what is the correct answer. So see, nitrous oxide cannot be the answer. That's a laughing guess, right? So option number E cannot be the answer. Here, what characteristic brown colored gas is evolved when sodium lead nitrate is heated? So guys, this we have discussed in the past class also, but in the explanation part. So this time the answer will be nitrogen dioxide. Just look at the equation. We have discussed about this decomposition reaction in the previous class. So lead nitrate, when it is heated, so it forms NO2 gas. So brown fumes of NO2 is observed, right? Yellow residue left behind in the test tube is lead monoxide. So the question can be asked in any form: the brown colored gas or the yellow residue. So the yellow residue is actually lead monoxide, and the brown gas is nitrogen dioxide. Fine. What about next question? The next one is, what is the exact volumetric molar ratio of concentrated HCl to the concentrated HNO3 in a freshly prepared aqua regia? So what is aqua regia basically? So aqua regia is actually the combination of two acids, and this particular part is actually linked with the reaction with the gold. Actually, gold doesn't react with normal acids. Gold neither reacts with HCl, nor reacts with H2SO4, nor reacts with HNO3. But yes, we have a special combination of 3 parts of HCl and a single part of HNO3 where the molar ratio is 3:1. So yes, now do not get confused where 1:3 will come, where 3:1 will come. I'll give you the hint here. You can use this trick in the examination as well. This is just a trick. In the case of HNO3, 3 is already given. So since 3 is already there, now 3 will be written here and 1 here. So here 3 parts of HCl and 1 part of HNO3. This trick can be used. Fine. So it's saying molar ratio of concentrated HCl, so HCl3. So that means B will be the correct answer. So it happens in the examination. It feels like sir, everything is easy, but in the main examination, when we sit down, we feel pressure. So in order to be relaxed there, you need to understand all these tricks and all. So yes, 3 parts of HCl and a single part of HO3. That's why option number B is going to be the correct answer. What about next? So fresh mixture of 3 parts of concentrated HCl and 1 part of concentrated HNO3 by volume. So that's aqua regia, and it dissolves gold and platinum by forming nascent chlorine. Next, which organic chemical reaction involves the alkaline hydrolysis of fatty acid triglycerides with sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide to produce soap and glycerol? So what will be the answer? Esterification, hydrogenation, decarboxylation, or saponification? So what should be the answer, guys? So here, fatty acids. So the alkaline hydrolysis of fatty acids through triglycerides with sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide to produce soap or glycerol. So from here we can link it with saponification. Saponification, that is option number D, is the correct answer. Here, hydrolysis of esters under basic conditions using sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. The sodium soaps are hard, potassium soaps are soft. So that's it. Next, according to Graham's law, how is the ratio of diffusion or effusion of a gas related to its molar mass at constant temperature and pressure? So you have 4 options. Tell me what do you think should be the correct answer. So inversely proportional to the square root of molar mass, directly proportional to the square of molar mass, independent of molecular weight, or inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. So what is it? So the correct answer will be inversely proportional to the square root of molar mass. Let's have a look at it in drill. So here is the correct answer. So that's the formula, right? So lighter gas molecules diffuse faster than heavier gas molecules, like hydrogen gas diffuses 4 times faster than oxygen gas. So here option number A was the correct answer. So see, that's the real level. You must understand what's the real level, right? Okay. So here option number A was the correct answer. What about next question? The next question is here. Yeah. So 10 questions are completed. Yeah. So that's from bio now. Which specific mineral cations bind to troponin subunit during the skeletal muscle contraction to expose myosin binding active sites on actin filaments. So will it be sodium ions, potassium ions, calcium ions, or magnesium ion? So you have four options. What do you think should be the correct answer here? So guys, whenever things are asked regarding skeletal system, so remember a few things. Bone is made up of calcium and phosphorus. Fine. One more thing. Apart from this, one more thing that you must remember is, uh, in the case of bones, which particular cells are present? So there are osteoblasts, and the study is osteology. So here, no doubt, calcium ions will be the correct answer. So it is released from the sacroplasmic reticulum upon the nerve impulse arrival. So it enables myosin heads to form cross bridges with actin filaments, that is sliding filament model. Okay, so again I'll repeat the same thing. Bones are made up of calcium and phosphorus. One more thing, bone to bone is actually connected with bone to bone is connected with ligament, and bone to muscle is connected with what? So that's tendon. So bone to muscle with tendon and bone to bone with ligament. So all these questions are important. So I guess this part is clear. What about next? So this is sorted. The next question is, which primary carbon dioxide fixing enzyme in SIBO plants like sugarcane and maize prevents wasteful photorespiration? So you have four options. Tell me what will be the correct answer. So will it be Rubisco enzyme? Will it be PEP carboxylase? Will it be ATP synthase, or will it be carbonic anhydrase? So guys, at least try to answer. See, you may be wrong, but I can explain you why you are wrong there. So you can even ask your doubts along with this session. So obviously it's my work to teach everything. So it's my work also to explain those doubts. So wherever you feel like you have any doubts or queries, you can just ask me in the comment section. I'll just respond there accordingly. Fine. Okay. So here, the primary carbon dioxide fixing enzyme in the C4 plants like sugarcane and maize that prevents wasteful photorespiration, that will be PEP carboxylase. That is option number B is the correct answer. So that's the primary CO2 acceptor enzyme, which is located in the mesophyll cells of C4 plants. So yes, it has the it has no affinity for oxygen, preventing wasteful photorespiration. So what do you mean by affinity? That's the love and affection towards something. Okay. Next, which specialized lymphatic capillaries located inside small intestines will absorb dietary digested fats and fatty acids? So you have four options. Tell me what should be the correct answer in this case. So is it glomerular capillaries? Is it biliary canaliculi? Is it crypts of Leber-Kuhn, or is it lacteals? So the correct answer will be lacteals over here. So what is the answer? The correct answer is option number D. But let's go with the explanation. So lacteals, what is it? So that's the central lymphatic capillaries which are situated within the intestinal villi. So one more thing that you must remember is, this is from the previous paper. The question was asked, which part of the small intestine helps in the maximum digestion of the food? So the maximum digestion of the food is done in the small intestine because of the presence of villi that increase the surface area, because of which food is actually digested there. Okay. Next we have, what term describes the natural or artificially induced development of seedless fruits without prior fertilization of ovules? So what should be the answer, guys? So will it be parthenocarpy? Will it be parthenogenesis? Will it be apomixis, or will it be polyembryony? So guys, C and D, obviously they are not the answers, but you might have confusion in parthenocarpy and parthenogenesis. So here the correct answer will be parthenocarpy. Uh, but let's go with the explanation now. So that's the development of the fruit without fertilization of the ovary, like banana, pineapple, or seedless grapes where seeds are not there. So that's the parthenocarpy. So parthenogenesis refers to the unfertilized embryo formation in the animals. Apoxymesis is the asexual seed formation in the plants. So this was about other options as well. So now what I'll do, I'll just share the PDF along with the detailed explanation to you people on the Oliveboard's website as well as on my Telegram channel. You can just take that PDF and revise it, and please collect these PDFs. It will be useful before going for examination, whether it is CHSL, CGL or ALP exam. So now it's the final question, and that's the homework question for you all. Which type of white blood cell mature in bone marrow and differentiate into plasma cells to secrete antigen specific antibodies? So will it be T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes, neutrophils or eosinophils? So let me know in the comment section what will be the correct answer, and we'll meet tomorrow. We'll meet in the next class on Monday now, because our class takes place from Monday to Friday daily at 12 p.m. And yes, I always share these PDFs. I'll just show you. You can even take this PDF from the Oliveboard's website, or even you can take this PDF from my channel. Okay, so I've already told you, you can take any of the batches with the maximum discount from the code IDAY, that is Independence Day. And guys, from my channel, you can be updated with all those vacancies, like RBJ vacancy was out yesterday, so I've updated it. So after every session, I share this PDF. So see, all about science set 20, all about science set 19. So each and every particular PDF is shared here. So this was the biology marathon PDF. So every PDF is shared here. You can take this PDF from the Telegram group, or you can take it from the Oliveboard's application as well. So that's all from my end. I'll request you all to please answer this in the comment section. What will be the correct answer? So thank you for being such a wonderful audience. We'll meet in the next class on Monday now at sharp 12. So take care, and for the examination, all the very best. Please take care. Bye bye guys.